Good afternoon, race fans! Welcome to the NASCAR Report. I'm your host, Tyler White. Thanks for joining us today as we get you ready for the race weekend. But first, let's start you off with a look at today's top story. The Bristol Motor Speedway is hoping to move their spring race to a later and warmer date. The track president and general manager, Jerry Caldwell, says that it's been a top request from the fans in the eastern Tennessee area over the last 4 years. And it's also been a suggestion from NASCAR President Mike Hilton, who is a Bristol native. Born and raised there in Bristol, Tennessee, as a resident, Mike Hilton understands the weather there in early March, which is when the race is held. And he also says he's seen it snow in April there in Bristol before. Now, I agree with this decision. I do think Bristol should move their spring race to a later and warmer date because of the unpredictable weather there in March. Now, I went to the spring race at Bristol in 2012 while I was on vacation with my family for spring break. It was sunny and 82 degrees, but a lot of people did not show up because they know the unpredictable weather there in East Tennessee, and mainly because it rained that morning. Some fans thought that they were not going to get the race in, but they did. They were able to get the race in at its scheduled time and able to get it finished by the scheduled time. So I think they definitely need to move it to a later and warmer date, because it's also been very cold there. This year, for the spring race at Bristol, it was rained out for 5 hours because of rain. It was very cold there at Bristol. I mean, it was in the 30s by the time the race ended. It was almost below freezing. And it's even snowed there at Bristol before. 2006, the Nationwide race, for the spring race for the Nationwide Series. It snowed for 4 hours. It was delayed. Now, of course, the drivers and the fans had fun with it, but it's not right when it snows during a NASCAR race. I mean, I love snow, but it's not right for a NASCAR race. So I think they should move the Nationwide race to the middle of June and have the Nationwide and Sprint Cup Series, which are the races that are usually held there during the spring weekend, on a weeknight, because it's summertime, the kids are out of school. I say let's have the Nationwide race on a Monday night, the Cup race on a Tuesday night. I've always been in favor of having both Cup races at Bristol at night. You see, the August race is exciting because it's the night race at Bristol. But the spring race at Bristol, no one really pays attention to it because it's very cold there in March when it's traditionally run, and it's on a Sunday afternoon. And a lot of fans love the night races better than the Sunday afternoon races. So I think they should definitely move the spring race to early summer. And the same thing with Martinsville. You see, a lot of fans in that area would love to see a night race at Martinsville, even though it draws a good crowd anyway. But they see how exciting the night race at Bristol is in August. They see how Richmond is exciting, because both races at Richmond, may I remind you, are at night. But Martinsville, they don't have the races at night. Well, they do for other series, but not for NASCAR, because spring race late March, fall race late October, that's when it gets below freezing at night. And no one's going to sit out in the below freezing weather to see it. Well, maybe some, but not a lot. So in my opinion, the spring race should be moved to early June, have the Truck Series on a Wednesday night, the Nationwide race on a Thursday night, and the Cup race on a Friday night. And then for the fall weekend, let's say middle of September, have the Truck race Friday night and the Cup race Saturday night. In my opinion, NASCAR definitely needs to make some bigger changes to their 2015 schedule. I mean, Brian France, he said at Daytona they were in a robust discussion. But a few weeks later, he said in an interview with SiriusXM Radio that they're only going to make a little bit of changes, but not a whole lot. But there are some tracks, I think, that need some better improvement. Our schedule definitely needs some bigger improvement. That's my opinion. Alright, let's get you ready for the race weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Both the NASCAR Nationwide Series and the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. We'll be doing a little road course racing this week at Watkins Glen International in Watkins Glen, New York, which is about an hour from Syracuse and 3 hours from New York City. The race weekend kicks off tomorrow with the Zippo 200 on ABC for the NASCAR Nationwide Series. Coverage begins with NASCAR Countdown at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 Central Time, noon Mountain Time, and 11 a.m. Pacific Time. Now, the first nationwide race at Watkins Glen was back in 1991 when it was still called the NASCAR Busch Series. They ran there for 10 years. Then they did not come back for 3 years because NASCAR felt like the Sprint Cup Series should be the only one on road courses. And during the first 10 years, we would see a mix of nationwide drivers win it, and we would see a mix of Cup regulars winning it. But ever since the Nationwide Series came back to Watkins Glen in 2005, only a Cup regular has won it. And my bold prediction is a Cup regular will win the race tomorrow. And Sunday afternoon is the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. The Cheese at 3:55 at the Glen. You can catch the coverage on ESPN on Sunday afternoon, beginning with NASCAR Countdown at noon Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Central Time, 10 a.m. Mountain Time, and 9 a.m. Pacific Time. Expect Kevin Harvick to have a good run. He won this race back in 2006. Expect Kyle Busch to have a good run. He's won this race 2 times. Expect Jeff Gordon to have a good run. He's a 4-time winner at this racetrack. Expect Tony Stewart to have a good run. He's a 5-time winner at this racetrack. And expect Marcus Ambrose to have a good run. He's also a 2-time winner at this racetrack. Most memorable moment, 2012. Kyle Busch in the lead, Brad Keselowski in second, and Marcus Ambrose running in third. Then all of a sudden Kyle Busch goes into the grass. He had to settle for ninth. Meanwhile, it's a battle neck and neck between Brad Keselowski and Marcus Ambrose. But Marcus Ambrose edged Brad Keselowski coming to the finish line for Marcus Ambrose's second career NASCAR Sprint Cup victory. Folks, that was an exciting race. I know a lot of fans are like, I don't like the road courses. Well, guess what? These road courses, they can provide lots of exciting and good finishes. And I think we'll see another good finish on Sunday. That's my bold prediction. Matter of fact, my bold prediction is we'll see an exciting finish tomorrow in the NASCAR Nationwide Series. And we'll see another exciting finish on Sunday for the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. That's my bold prediction. Now, I'm not saying we need more road courses. I think 2 a year is good. But road courses can produce the most exciting finishes. I will tell you that. Alright, let's take a look at the weather forecast for this weekend, coming to you from Fox 68 in Syracuse. For Saturday, lots of sunshine and a high of 83, a beautiful American day to watch the NASCAR Nationwide Series race, and another beautiful American day on Sunday. Lots of sunshine and a high of 86. So just beautiful weather for NASCAR racing at Watkins Glen. And if you're heading out to the race this weekend, we hope you have a good time and you'll want to come back for more when they come back there again next year. Alright, that's our show today. Thank you for joining us. I'm Tyler White. We'll be back here on Monday to recap the exciting race weekend. We'll look at the updated point standings, show you what you can expect over the next few races. Plus, we are working on some more top stories. Until then, this is Tyler White reminding you, for you to do unto others as you would have them do to you. We'll see you next time on the NASCAR Report, everybody. Have a great day!